Everyone, welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief Recap. Let's see what we got here. Are we live? Is this memorized? Everyone, welcome back to... Yeah, it's working. Yay. Okay, this is our recap video. We just had a totally awesome session with Sjord. CRI's CTO. On Mondays, we have him check in with the gang. Give us a nice update on how the site development is going. Gotta say, man, it's so cool. I mean, this is just sick. Because now he's got all the mini charts all lined up. So, you know, if we're hunting things like key reversals. Actually, check this out. Actually, I don't know if it makes that much of a difference to you. But we now have like the little mini charts, so you can just load up the key reversal screens as they pop up here. So you can see this is turning into a really interesting short. That DGX, man, looks good. Interesting how we had potential signals come in on Citigroup and Nike, and actually they didn't fire, so at least it gets you nice in position correctly. And now, you know, with the matrix screen like this, it just makes screening this stuff so easily. In fact, actually, let's see what Davo wants us looking at right now. Good old Dav. Wonder how he's doing. Add a down. That's interesting. Ooh, look at that little one. NAS. Keep your eyes peeled. Ooh, that one took off. It was a little bit late on that signal. Ooh, this POA. That looks kind of cute. Rising volume. So, isn't that cool? You can just pop on the... So you can just get a nice little list of stuff to consider. All this stuff's just kicking butt, doing its thing. So Mondays we had the TRI CTO report, and he's coming along and doing really well. We're just about hitting our big objective to make this live January 1st, and he seems fairly confident that we'll hit that. So super stoked there. And also, too, on Mondays, we have a report by Jamie, who's TRIOG, who just keeps giving us just these beautiful stock picks. I mean, the guy's really good at what he does now. So we had a long presentation about his latest idea. You know, maybe feel free to join the site 30-day trial if you want to get that free pick. Just remember, everybody, that what we do at TRI is we come and we present ideas that we're spending our own money on. Nobody has a vested interest in whether you buy or sell any of this stuff. I'm trading my own accounts. I want to see my account balance go up. So, you know, if you do decide to take any of these trades, please understand, you know, consult your financial advisor for appropriateness given your current financial situation. And none of this is investment advice. It's all edutainment. Anyway, you already know the story. Oh, speaking of which, we have a new school term coming up in January. So if you want to try and, you know, set yourself up for success going forward, and you don't currently sort of understand the process, it might be an idea to pop in and join us. But we also have a raffle every term, and the people asked me to just bring to your attention that we have another raffle coming up. So I think I included this link in the description of the video yesterday. So Kevin, if you could just grab everything that I cut and paste in that video yesterday, the links, I'd really appreciate it if we could fire it into the description here today. But you know, if you want to join the raffle, thanks, man. You want to join the raffle for a drawing for a seat in our upcoming Level 1 program, fire your name and email and all that kind of fun stuff on this. And, of course, I love this page alone just simply because it, you know, if you want to learn about TRI and the difference that we make in people's lives, whether it be video or whether it be actually their own words in writing, I think it's a great resource for that. So, you know, anyway, there it is. You know, it's kind of funny that we have like a price tag. I mean, frankly speaking, the kind of information that we give here, you can't even really put a price tag on it. I mean, we seriously change people's lives for the rest of their lives. Can you even put a price tag on that? I mean, these are always fun. How the hell do you figure that number? But I would say this course is priceless. But anyway, it is what it is. What do we like to talk to you? Of course, I did a big long rant yesterday. Made a broiler chicken show. So if you want a whole bunch of content, check that out. We'll just do a quick walkthrough of what I see happening here in the market. I've talked to you at length about this recently. Jupiter-Saturn cross, once in a 40-year event. We have, of course, sickness running rampant in Europe, new strains of the virus. If anything, this is the absolute height of the anxiety event. So thank heavens we're finally here. I did hear some people were saying, well, over in Europe, actually, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunct is today. It's not on the 23rd. I don't know. It's somewhere in here. I do know this is a solstice. And if anything, just sort of look out in the world and can you see the change coming? I mean, it's ridiculus. I even find it funny, we might even see, going forward that, classic institutions that were Pisces, the fish signs, things like Christmas, religion, all this kind of stuff's just being totally cast aside here in this crazy COVID world. Anyway, God bless, PMA for the win. Try and get through this. Best of luck and wishes and well wishes to your loved ones. I don't know whether it's in your best interest to get too sucked into all the nonsense that you hear in media and stuff. It feels as though a big trap is being laid here. So, be careful. Don't act emotionally. No FOMO. Trade your setups. Trade your plan. Don't take too much risk. Right? You're here running a small business of trading, not making emotional decisions with your money. So, with that said, oh boy. U.S. dollar had a huge jump up overnight, but seems to be giving that back again. Jupiter-Saturn cross, mass anxiety. The headline news, of course, is U.S. politicians are going to approve stimulus packages, whatever. And, Europe is shutting down. I've said at length, I do believe we're at a very long-term sort of cycle pivot for the U.S. dollar. How exactly this pivot looks through here, I don't know. My hunch is it's probably going to look ugly as this. You can see cute little W, run up, bang, stop all them out. Big spike off the low, little M, let's get everybody bearish, then spike up, then down, then W, and then woohoo, see you later. My hunch is it's going to look something like that. I think I've told you I bought call options going out into 2022, January 2022 leaps. So I'm not really in a big hurry here, but I definitely feel as though there's some sort of pivot here. And, over the next probably 12 months, year kind of idea, I'd probably be expecting the U.S. dollar to work its way back up here somehow. So we'll see what happens. Anyway. All the other international currencies looking the exact opposite. I am shopping for some Canadian dollar put options. I think it's gone a little too far too fast. So that's sort of that same sort of thing. And this is a risk-off vote, right? And if the U.S. dollar starts working its way higher in earnest, it means to me that the globe is actually moving into this global recession, which is what I fully expect. So... yeah, we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. It's actually interesting. Check this out. You notice this tight little consolidation window here. And then the little bloof. And then notice, look at this. We got a cute little tight consolidation window here. And then a bloof. Right? Does this look actually... I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually a big honking U.S. dollar rally to reflect that move there. Interesting. Oh, I'm glad I did this video today. I didn't notice that before. Cool. Shopping for U.S. dollar call options, euro puts, yen puts, Canadian dollar puts, Australian dollar puts. I'm totally a fan of that, but totally contrarian. Remember, Brian's usually right, but he's usually early. That's exactly what that is. Yeah, I'm early, but I know there's a U.S. dollar bottom in here somewhere. Well, we'll see what happens. Stocks got punched in the nose, no doubt about it. Oil got punched in the nose real hard overnight. And this is sort of that comment that at any given point in time, you have to expect a 38.2 retracement. I mean, it can just come out of nowhere. And I wouldn't even be surprised if we look at this range. That low is probably pretty damn close to a 38.2. Let's see what we got. Survey says, oh, actually pretty far away. So we could come down a bit more. It seems to me this is almost like a bit of a warning shot. Now they're bringing the market back. You know, usually these things, when they do top out, you can kind of see here, takes a few goes to finally break these things. So my hunch here is, you know, there is that Jupiter-Saturn cross, right? It's all through this. Remember, there's a big tax loss selling window here that expires in middle of next week or so. There's lots of incentive for them to, especially the people that were in power that bought down here that are looking at a pretty big capital gain. You know, the capital gains tax could change next year. Could they be incentive to let some stuff go up here? I think so. Is this actually a sell signal here? No, there's no sell signal there yet. Interesting how we got kind of a shot across the bow in oil. Same sort of logic. Interesting thing about oil is if you actually remember, we were looking at those New Year option, or I guess the New Year contracts, like out into May and stuff. And interestingly, if you look out into like the futures, right, the guys who actually trade this shit, notice there's a big M, right? There's the M structural failure, reload zone, gaps needed to be filled in. Look at where they brought the market, and then oof. So ironically enough, this is actually just totally business as usual. There's trend line resistance. There's 38.2. So we could still sort of play around in this huge window right here. But that's, interestingly enough, this is almost acting exact opposite what it's supposed to. We're supposed to see a pullback here into February to set up that seasonal trade. So maybe that's what has to happen here, right? And also, too, there should be a bit of a honeymoon through Joe getting his job. But then, you know, once the honeymoon's over, then probably like, you know, the latter part of January, first part of February. Remember what happened last year? That's where we actually see whether there's any serious dip here. And usually the market likes to pivot the Ides of March. So if anything, probably it would be good for us to start making note of that as a date going forward. So the Ides of March, usually sometime, you know, second, third week of March. My hunch is whatever trough that happens here. And in the stock market, same sort of thing. It'll happen through this window. And, I mean, you see last, right? Ides of March. Look at what happened. By the time we hit the Ides of March, this bear was basically done. That set up a divergence, would set up the bull. So my hunch is by the time we get to the Ides, we'll probably see our seasonal pivot. The next, I guess, what is that? Next 2.5 months, things could get pretty choppy. And, of course, we got this crazy Jupiter-Saturn cross crap to get through here at the end of this year. It's interesting to see the gold and silver. We did strap on a silver stock here, a little bit bigger position. So, you know, kind of just playing this thing. First Majestic, I think it is. There it is. It's been moving up here through the day, so it looks like we're insulated a little bit here. Lots of room for this thing to pull back. But I was pleased to see we got traction. We are getting that sort of 2-bar confirmation here, so that's good. Interestingly enough, you know, I like the idea that if you can find companies that are growing revenue and have half-decent structure, Jesus Christ, they can make a lot of money. And this is sort of like separating the wheat from the chaff. So, you know, Jamie, for example, here recently. I mean, how many people are in stocks that are doing this right now? Just like straight up. This is a weekly price chart. Jamie came and did the presentation in here, and just look at this. It's straight one direction. Way to go, Jamie. I mean, you fucking all-star. He gave us another one here today. Actually, this is another one of his. I mean, you tell me. If you were invested in that name from the bottom, are you feeling pretty good here? I think so. I mean, these are weekly charts. Let's go back to the daily chart. That's a good looking name. Of course, sold half on a double up here. I have a free stock, so I don't know what's going to happen with this. That's what I'm trying to do on this verb. Bought down here, trying to get that free position established. I don't like how Foggy's come in here. There's one more Foggy up here, so come on, Foggy, do your thing. And it's so fun to play this market this way. How many people are trading like mutual funds? And I'm happy with 7% annual return plus 3% dividend. And yet we're doing all this kind of craziness day in, day out. Oh, it's a crazy world, I tell you. Here's another one the boys are in. Look at that goddamn W. Jesus H. Christ. I mean, this is a goddamn bull market. These crazy kids. Kevin, you said you bought this W. Just come on record and tell all the people on YouTube I'm not, feeding you a line here. Didn't you say you bought this here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, W after the trend line.
Oh, goodness. There you go, folks. You heard it from the horse's mouth. So, I mean, that's the kind of market we're in. I mean, it's just nuts. Make sure to have your open orders. Speaking of nuts, make damn sure to have your open orders working because this is such a hot market right now. Man, these things are flying all over the place. Look at these blockchain stocks. This is crazy. So I got off another double here today, so that's kind of good. I don't know, maybe. I mean, this is a good example of one where I'm fucking eating my cooking. I'm loaded up. I bought this from my personal account. I bought for TRI. I sold doubles for TRI and reloaded. And, of course, I'm already long my personal account, so I didn't need to buy any more. And, of course, bang, 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 away we go. So TRI got off another double here today. Way to go, TRI. You rock it. I would like to see another little push up top here to give me these big fat fills, but I get the impression we're kind of pushing it here a little. Now, the one good part about this is where's Foggy figure we're going to stop? Actually, Foggy thinks we're going... Jesus Christ, where the hell are you? Oh, actually, I took it off the screen. Sorry for the tease. Let's see where Foggy is. Foggy, where are you? There you are, up there at $7. So these are around 4. So my next double after this is going to be up in this 8 area. I don't like the idea of a stab up into there because really all this is just going backing up. Actually, isn't that interesting? That would break it out to new highs. Well, maybe that's a bit aggressive. I do like these fills coming in against this original top here. So we'll see how we do. Hopefully I can get some more off. But... this is this kind of market. There's a very select part of the market that's doing crazy nutso shit like this. Congratulations to Novogratz, fucking rock star. Mara, same thing. I mean, look at these crazy things. And this is all just totally blockchain shit, right? So I don't want to pull up the riot because I know that'll piss Kevin off to no end. That's the kind of market it is. Some up, some down. Some in, some out. I don't really know why I'm even heading off on this tangent. I'm not quite sure why I got down this rabbit hole. Let's go back here. Jupiter, Saturn cross. Take advantage of it if you can. Broader market looking horrifically risky. At some point, this nonsense is going to abate and calm down, and we'll go back into the cupboard for a while. Make hay while the sun's shining, all that kind of crazy talk, right? Bond market, kind of just stuck. It's interesting listening to that Bond King guy. I did send a reply to his latest video. Not quite sure I agree with his commitments to traders report analysis, but nonetheless... if the stock market does break here, then I would expect the bonds to catch a bid. So we'll see how that goes, but there's nothing really to do. The gold here jumped, and silver as well, just jumped right out of the gate last night, but is actually giving back a good chunk of those gains. I don't know whether that's sort of buy the rumor, sell the news on this U.S. Funding bill, more dilution, all that kind of talk. But I did notice that a little bit of position squaring today on that market, which is a little bit of a surprise. This silly gold market is supposed to be super red hot here. So I'm feeling a little let down by all the gold bugs this cycle. I'll tell you, they really disappointed me here. Agnico Eagle's a big sort of gold stock I like to follow. You can see the very well-defined top in here. Dead cat bounce, counter turn early, big gap up top. But just not much traction there today. And I mean, that's tough to step in on that. We were hunting bot setups on these silver stocks here recently, and it looks like they're confirmed. Didn't quite hit move stop to scratch on this guy. You can see lots of gaps, so I mean this thing could easily come back down and fill these in. And then, like I said earlier, I did buy this silver stock. Same sort of thing. We're just getting going here. I have to see a serious test of the other highs before I can start thinking about moving stops. So the trade's just getting going, and you can see lots of gaps up here. So could this come back and backfill for, I wouldn't even be surprised if this thing goes something like this, right? Ziggy, 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 dump, right? W, and then here, ziggy, 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 ziggy. That wouldn't surprise me at all. So, I'm in the trade, and we're up. Things are doing fine. Nothing really to be excited about at all here yet, though. So, if this thing does go apeshit here, then, of course, you'll hear me jumping up and down. So. Not really too excited about buying a hell of a lot right in here. Like I said, I want to be selling. Here's that little warrant that we're playing. Interestingly enough, I am on the offer now to sell half on a double. So that's the kind of market state things are. Some of the names that we recently put on, they're just sort of sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Yeah, sort of. What else? I guess honestly, it's sort of like, where is the revenue drivers? And if you're in one of these revenue drivers, these crazy online gambling, that's perfect. These guys are saying, hey, we're bringing in lots of money. If you're in, online tools, they're kicking ass. For the adventurous, I was kicking around this idea on the site. I mean, it's total bottom fish, but pretty small risk window. Pretty big upside potential. I might strap a little on that. We'll see how it finishes on the day. Little VCIM names just look fantastic in here. I think I was talking to you guys about, specialty mines, if you will. Lots of room for that one to move higher. Actually, I went and picked up a little bit of this. This was a VCIMer. Had my stink bid down there at the low 50s, so I was lucky on Friday. I got a bit of a stinky bid fill there, so that was kind of cool. Little blockchain stocks. I don't know where the hell they're taking this thing, but you can see the big honking W's. And this thing put in a Q reversal. Yeah, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago, you can see the Q reversal. I mean, if you want to learn this shit, that's usually what happens on the other side of Q reversals. So, blockchain stocks still looking good, and of course, still paying us. I don't know where my next sell on that one is. Should probably look into that. So, some up, some down. Yeah. If there's anything else that really... Oh, hello. Oh, that's only up a half a penny. I still love this little pharma stock. Just sitting down there, but anyway. It's not really anything to get excited about. So, crypto stock's pretty happy. Obviously, crypto itself's probably pretty happy. We entered the weekend here, and I was sort of thinking that we were going to triangle our way out through the weekend, and I had a very strong feeling that they took the market out on Friday, and when they would open the market up for Monday retail sales, that basically the people that were left to sort of follow Bitcoin through the weekend were given explicit instructions. You better have this fucking thing exactly where we left it. The car better be in the driveway. There better be a full tank of gas. And there better not be any dents when I get back. I don't know. Growing up in the 80s, our parents used to leave us, to go on their vacations with like the next door neighbor teenager. And oh my God, the parties. But then it was a mad scramble the day before they came back to try and get the house back to the way it looked. And I think that's exactly what they did here, folks. Painful. And especially for the crypto kids, because they honestly believe that they're in control of their own fate. And that image right there, I think, clearly tells you that they're not. Also, too, of course, Jupiter-Saturn cross, big anxiety event. That is right here. Ironically enough, I look at this and I go, gee whiz, this kind of looks like a big head and shoulders is going to fire like right there on the other side of that event. Oh, goodness. And remember, this is a big megaphone top. Now we actually have a pretty damn good looking smiley face up top here, right off that megaphone top level. Remember I told you about that, right? Goes all the way back here. Can't even see the writing on the damn chart here. You never know how these damn things are going to resolve, but I'll tell you, big M, and actually I think the M's confirmed now, break on the other side of that megaphone line. Oh boy. Lots and lots and lots of downside risk here. And how typical, right? Kids come out making videos and making financial recommendations. Oh, God. It's terrible. I mean, the worst part about it, right, is the regulators are sitting there going, this is perfect, because now we can just fucking drop the hammer on these people. And they can come out later on and, you know, that little kid, he better be careful, man. He might get sued. He's over in the UK. I don't know what the laws are like there, but in the United States, I guarantee you, man, there is probably lawyers licking their chops looking at these YouTube videos going, okay, what kind of trap is this person setting for themselves? These lawyers, they will sue in a heartbeat. I mean, we all know... who's that guy that's Trump's crony? He was the mayor of New York City. He had that hairspray stuff coming down the side of his face. Remember they were doing a press conference at the Four Seasons. Turns out it was the Four Seasons Garden Center in Hoboken, New Jersey. Giuliani, that's his name. You know, that guy's a slick, slimy lawyer. Right? That's what the American legal people are like. You give them an opportunity and they will shit on your head. This is not financial advice. Do not take financial advice from 7-year-olds on the internet. That's just asking for trouble. And a message to 7-year-olds, do your parents a favor and don't go on the internet making financial advice. You're setting your parents up for disaster. Because remember, they're your legal guardians, so that means they are the ones that are legally liable. I don't even think they even realize that. This world, I can't write better fiction than reality, I'll tell you. Anyway, how this resolves, I mean, it's your guess. I think they set up a really cool little Saturday long trade for the really sharp crypto traders, and they actually got off just a sick ass AB alt AB equals CD short on that level tag up top there, and then of course big old M and 2/3 the apex of the triangle. It turns out that they were gonna break this and resolve it just about 2/3, but they had to go and fuck around with the top first. Thank you so much, crypto. Love you. If anything, this is probably a great analogy of how difficult it is to trade this asset, because there are a lot of shysters that are just going to do nothing more than paint nice pretty W's and then just slam them. They're going to paint nice pretty M's up here and slam you. They're going to paint nice pretty M's and they're going to slam you. Now, this is a very, very difficult creature to trade, especially through this high anxiety, high octane event window here. My suggestion is just leave it alone. Of course, what I like to do is buy put options. I like the idea, you know me, at any given point in time, I have to expect a 38.2 retracement of this entire range, which of course nobody likes when I say this kind of stuff. But that means that, I mean, look how fucking far I have to just scroll out here. I mean, that means that at any given point in time, I don't even know where the hell the damn high is. We'll just go off of there, right? At any given point in time, we'll just estimate that. I have to expect the market to come back down. Actually, that's not so bad, 18,000. But at any given point in time, that could easily happen in a heartbeat. So just be aware of that, people. That's why I have that first stop target rule, 38.2s. And I actually like that thinking because longer term, I like this kind of thinking. We are in a bull cycle. The problem is, of course, they front-loaded the first half of this cycle. And I think, second half of this cycle, we should go sideways. And I think it looks something like this, where pretty much I think that the market is going to be bounded between this 8-to-1 angle off of the old highs to the upside, which is what has us now, and this is the 1 to 8 angle. This is the 8-to-1 angle off of the old highs on the downside, which again happens to line up with that 16. Actually, these lows are 15,000. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. Also, too, what I think is going on here is 20,000, of course, is a big, fat, round number. So what often happens with assets is they actually just oscillate around the big, fat, round number. So I think our next year is going to look something like that. So get ready. Brian's made his grand prediction. We'll see what happens. So, in the short term, do I really want to get caught up on the long side? No fucking way. Do I want to start buying some insurance policies for when this orgy is over and we clean up? It's not a bad idea. The only problem here is you better buy lots and lots and lots and lots of times. So we bought some Junes, and if I could, I would actually like to buy some September put options. But for the time being, enjoy the orgy. Enjoy the once in a 40-year event. Could we have one more blast off top here? You see the fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you? Sure, why not? Yeah, one more fuck you for the road? Sure, sounds good. And then, of course, once we get into the new year, I think we have to seriously look in the mirror and say, okay, does this actually even make sense with Bitcoin being $20,000, $30,000 given cost of production? Oh, by the way, I'm sure everybody has forgotten, but the network itself is not very happy right now. This is not a happy network. So the writing's on the walls, right? And then, of course, well, Brian, where is the cost of production? S17's right now sitting at about 7 Gs. The S19's sitting at about 5 Gs. I like the idea of a stab below 10,000. I don't know how long it's going to take. Like I said, 2021, I wouldn't be surprised it's a sideways year. Everybody sort of gets used to a floor of 15,000. And then, bang, 2022. Give you a nice 50% haircut from that 15,000 floor, 7,500-ish, into the 2022, 2023 halvening. Makes perfect sense to me. So that's sort of my forecast. Party, party. Altcoins, a picture says 1,000 words. Would I be a buyer here? No. There's some individual altcoins that I like, just, half sentimental. Things like library credits and Ubic and Geocoin, stuff like that. There are some names in the DeFi space I'm interested in. Stake, Energy Webs, Chico, get off your ass and pump that damn thing. But the broader crypto market, I don't see it. And of course, the U.S. Treasury wants to basically drop the hammer here, which to all intents and purposes is going to make a lot of this sort of anonymous side of cryptocurrency illegal. Not only, before with Cabbage Coin, guys, it was just a question of would somebody sue him, take him to civil court, give me back my money. Now we're actually getting into if financial institutions do not report the transactions like above $3,000. You got to be kidding me. They're actually breaking the law. That's gonna change the landscape here big time. So I was curious. DeFi I think is going to take a serious run at the sort of classic financial services model, and in one fell swoop, the U.S. government might have put DeFi out of business in the United States of America. We'll see how it goes. Only time will tell, but long and short of it here, there's nothing for a guy like me to do here. And don't be shocked, A, B, C, D, we actually have to come right back down against these lows sometime in, maybe February, March, especially if the stock market falls off there. So, all right, there's your report for today. I'm still working lots of sell orders, so by all means, if doubles are given, and actually I think I got a double off today on that hut. So this hut's been kind of a funny adventure. I got a fill here for one of my accounts. You can see I got a bunch of shit on the books here. But hey, we did some business today, so that's not so bad. Sell into strength, as they say. Ooh, nice. What's going on here? Oh, good. All right. Well, you can see the W. Something's brewing there. So, look at this. We're getting a whole bunch of little... Oh, that's really nothing. Anyway, oh boy, Brian's heading down another rabbit hole. I think I probably should leave the presentation at that for now. Guess we'll probably do, what day is today? Today's Monday, so I guess we'll do, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. So lots of presentations coming down the pike. Should be really interesting. And, of course, by the way, Merry Christmas. Almost forgot that Christmas is coming down the pike, too. All right. Oh, look at this one. Jesus Christ, that nanotech just keeps going up. Now I'm totally off page. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rant. Got some value out of it. PMA for the win. Slow and steady wins the race. All the best. And bye.